And good afternoon from beautiful Spring Branch, Texas, here at Ranger Field on the campus of Smithson Valley High School, where it's time for Ranger baseball. We're getting set this Saturday afternoon to bring you, well, though it's not a district rivalry, it's a big area rivalry. The Smithson Valley Rangers will face the Reagan Rattlers here this afternoon. Rangers coming off, well, they had a split yesterday. Big 4-inning win over Harlan, 15-3. And then they dropped one to Leander Rouse late in the ball game, 2-1 last night, despite a home run hit by Hodges. Cameron Hodges, who got that home run in the late game yesterday. Reagan, of course, just came off a win over Tybee here in the tournament a little bit earlier today. They got a 10-0 win last night over Tybee at Northeast Stadium. They played them there, and we're just about set for first pitch here as both teams, in huddles right now on the field. But before we get started, we'll go ahead and give you the starting lineup for both teams. First, for the visiting Reagan Rattlers, leading off and playing second base is Jake Burcham. Britton Moore will bat second. He'll be in center field. Staten Angram, the third baseman, bats third. Hogan Heller will be hitting cleanup for Reagan this afternoon. Aidan Coleman will be on the mound for the Rattlers. He'll be batting fifth. Brennan Greer, the first baseman, hits sixth in the Rattler order. Ryan Beard, the right fielder, will be batting seventh. Gabe Herrera handles the catching duties. He bats eighth. And shortstop Cole Tabor will round out the batting order for Reagan this afternoon. Tabor will be at short, batting ninth. So once again, it's Burcham, Moore, and Ankrum, Heller, Coleman, and Greer, Beard, Herrera, and Tabor. For the Smithson Valley Rangers, they will come to the plate this way this afternoon. Cason Wells leads off. He'll be in center field. The shortstop Ryan Ruff will bat second in the Ranger order. Tim Arguello will be in right field, and he'll hit third. Garrett Brooks, the left fielder, be batting cleanup for Smithson Valley. The third baseman, John Gotteston, bats fifth in the order. Cooper Burgess, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Ethan Gonzalez, the catcher for Smithson Valley, will hit seventh. Brandon Taylor will be at first base. He'll be batting eighth. And Cameron Hodges, the second baseman, rounds out the batting order for the Smithson Valley Rangers this afternoon. So once again, it's Wells, Ruff, and Arguello, your leadoff three. Brooks, Gotteston, Burgess, your middle three. Gonzalez, Taylor, and Hodges round out the batting order for the Smithson Valley Rangers. And you see Rangers just moments away from taking the field. We'll have first pitch coming up in just a couple of moments. Right now, the coaches are exchanging lineups. And they break. Always an interesting rivalry and always a big turnout, as we're noticing quite a bit of green here in the friendly confines of Smithson Valley. The visitors from Reagan making the drive. Watch the Rattlers take on the Rangers this afternoon. And right now, the Rangers have taken the field. On the mound for the Rangers is Christian Keller. He'll be today's starting Rangers pitcher. Just a couple of minutes away from first pitch. And I tell you what, let's throw it to a break, and we'll be back here momentarily. Oh, we're going to keep it right here. We will keep it right here, as a matter of fact. Watching the warm-up and getting set for first pitch. So once again, to recap, Smithson Valley fell last night to Leander Rouse 2-1. Run rule there, 15-3. over the Harlan Hawks. Reagan coming off a pair of wins. They defeated Tybee twice previously this afternoon here at Smithson Valley Field. And, of course, last night, 10-0. As we mentioned, I believe that game run ruled as well. So as we watch Keller go through his warm-ups, the ball being tossed around the infield and the outfield. We get set for baseball. Couldn't ask for a more picture-perfect day, too. Very pleasant temperatures in the area, as a matter of fact. Here in Spring Branch, currently looking at 63 degrees, though I'm not a meteorologist. I believe a little warmer than that. So, batter's up. The umpire says play ball. So he's discussing something with the Reagan dugout. And up to bat now, Jake Burcham, the Rattlers' second baseman. And he'll step in. Keller sizes things up. Here's the first pitch of the game. This one down low for a ball. Next pitch. This one outside for ball 2. Next pitch is outside, so right now the batter's ahead of the pitcher, Keller, 3-0. This pitch outside. That'll get a runner on for the Reagan Rattlers to start this afternoon's contest. Now stepping in, Britton Moore, the center fielder.
Number 7, center fielder, Britton Moore.
So as Moore steps in, pair of hits last night in the win over Tybee. Engineered 3 runs. Takes the first pitch for a ball from Christian Keller. Keller throws down to first. Keeps the runner back. Keller looks over. The set and the pitch. This one low for a ball. So Christian Keller at this point having a difficult time trying to find that strike zone as we get things underway this afternoon. Second batter up. Here's the next offering. This one in there. Count 2-1 on Moore. Is the pitch, runner going, shot back to the pitcher. Keller on to Taylor for the out. Score that one a run 3. Runner makes his way to second, and now coming to the plate, Staten Ankrum. Ankrum a double in last night's game against Tybee. Third baseman. Here's Keller's pitch. This one over for a strike. Ankrum, as we understand, be playing baseball just up 35 away for the Texas Longhorns in his collegiate career. Pitch once again. Keller settling down a bit now and finding that zone. It's coming much easier to him as he's out in front of Ankrum, 0-2. Next pitch, Ankrum swings on this one and fouls it away. And the count remains at 0-2. Ingram steps off the mound, looks to run her back to second. Keller sits. Here's his pitch. This one got him swinging. So that's 2 down as Ingram strikes out. It'll bring up the designated hitter, Hogan Heller.
This is designated hitter number 25, Hogan Heller.
Once again, Keller sets the pitch. Big swing from Keller. And strike one. Keller 0 for 2 last night batting. He walked 1 time against Tybee. Is the next pitch. This one low for a ball. So Keller evens up the count at 1-1. 2 down, top of the first. Rattlers have a runner on second. And Keller delivers. Umpire says, yeah, that got the outside corner. So it's 1-2 now. On the batter, Heller. Nice lead off a second by leadoff batter Burcham. Keller comes to the plate. This one hit. Pitcher gives chase. He's not going to come up with it on time. That'll be a base hit for Hogan Heller. So the Rattlers have set up shot runners on the corners with 2 down. And coming to the plate, the pitcher, Aidan Coleman. Coleman in last night's game. One for 2 last night. Throw back to first. The runner's back. Coleman got an RBI last night. Reached once on a base on balls. Here's the next pitch. This one a bit high. And the count 1-0 to Aidan Coleman. Keller comes to the plate. That one over for a strike. Count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, Rattlers have Hogan Heller at first base. Jake Burcham, the runner at third. There's 2 down. Here's the pitch from Keller. This one fouled off. Keller now out ahead of Coleman. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Coleman steps back in. Here's the set by Keller in the pitch. Coleman just gets a piece of that to stay alive at 1-2. Keller set. Keller's pitch. This one grounded back to the pitcher. Keller on to Taylor. And that'll retire the side. So no runs on a hit. No errors. 2 runners left on base. Our score right now, Reagan nothing. And the Smithson Valley Rangers coming to bat. Back with more here on the Ranger Network.
broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Ferris Orthodontics, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Fisher's Market, Sage Capital Bank, HEB, Summerhill Dental, Dermatology San Antonio, and Wick Productions.
It's every school. The dedication, the passion, the preparation.
1, 2, 3,
Every game, every day.
It's all been built up. Now it's time to play.
And it only happens here. Every play, every run. It's every pass and score. It's everything you love. And it's everything we live for. This is big. Only on Big Ten Network.
And we're back at Ranger Field here on the campus of Smithson Valley High School. Here the wind starting to pick up just a little bit. See what kind of effect that has on this afternoon's contest. Heading to the bottom of the first inning, we'll see center fielder Cason Wells, the shortstop Ryan Ruff, and the right fielder Tim Arguello to get things started for the Rangers this afternoon. Now stepping in is center fielder Cason Wells. Wells comes to the plate with a .429 batting average thus far on the early season.
For the Rangers today, number 4, playing center field, Cason
Left-handed batter.
Wells.
Wells in. Here's the first pitch inside to Wells. That's a ball. It's Coleman's next offering. This one fouled off for a strike. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Yesterday afternoon's game against Harlan, Wells picked up a pair of hits, struck out once. The next pitch, this one inside.
On the mound today for Reagan is Aidan Coleman.
2-1 the call, the count right now on the Rangers center fielder. Coleman comes with the next pitch inside. Wells now out ahead of Coleman, 3 balls and 1 strike. The next pitch, walked him. So Cason Wells draws a walk. There's a runner at first
Wearing number 2,
to get things started.
shortstop Ryan Ruff.
Now coming to the plate is Rangers shortstop Ryan Ruff. Ruff comes in at a .200 batting average. Right-handed batter. Ruff a big big RBI double, I should say, in yesterday's game against Harlan, when this Ranger team exploded for 10 runs there in the bottom of the third. So Ruff awaits his first pitch. Coleman throws this one over for a strike. Nobody out. Wells a runner at first for Smithson Valley. Coleman checks signals. Throws back to first. Nice lead off at first by Wells, too. Coleman again to first. And Wells is back. Here's Coleman's next pitch. This one outside, and Wells is running. Wells got a stolen base. So Rangers in good shape now. Runner in scoring position with nobody out. And a 1-1 count to the Rangers shortstop Ryan Ruff. Ruff squared around a bunt. Took that pitch high for a ball. 2-1 the count right now. The Rangers' Ryan Ruff. Here's the set by Coleman in the pitch. This one outside. Moves the count to 3-1. The pitch, this one high for a ball. So Aidan Coleman for Reagan has walked 2 straight batters.
Next up,
we have runners on first and second.
playing right field today.
And stepping up for the Rangers is right fielder Tim Arguello, but right now it's going to be a mound conference. As the skipper comes out to have a word with pitcher Aidan Coleman. Both pitchers seem like in the early going had a tough time finding that strike zone. Of course, the Smithson Valley pitcher, that being Christian Keller, settled down. Had a strikeout. And from that point, gave up a single, made a put out at first base to end the top of the first. So now as the mound conference breaks up, once again stepping in Tim Arguello, who comes to the plate with a .278 batting average. Here's a pitch. Bunt laid down perfectly. Good job getting a bat to the ball that time by Arguello, and we've got the bases full of Rangers. With nobody out and left fielder Garrett Brooks coming to the plate.
Now batting for the Rangers, left fielder number 9, Garrett Brooks.
Brooks, left-handed batter, comes in with a .190 batting average. The Rangers have a threat going right now in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the first pitch to Brooks. Swings on this. This will go foul down the left field line for a strike. Next pitch. That one taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Brooks, in yesterday's game against Harlan, responsible for a hit, a run, and a base on balls. This pitch taken outside for a ball. And it's 1-2. Next pitch, swings and fouls off once again. Down the left field line. And it's 1-2. Garrett Brooks looking forward to a collegiate career with the Roadrunners of UTSA. Brooks rips it into right field for a base hit. 1 run will come around to score. Here comes Ruff, playing at the plate, and they got him. So a throw from the right fielder nails rough as he was trying to score. Brooks at first, Arguello at third.
Baseman, number 8, John Garza.
And that'll bring up John Garza right now with one down. And the Rangers on the board here in the bottom of the first inning, 1-0. Garza shows bunt. That one high for ball. Just out of the zone. Garza with a .250 batting average. Garza a pair of RBIs in yesterday afternoon's game against Harlan. This one high for a ball. And Garza out ahead of the pitcher, 2 balls and no strikes as Coleman looks and deals. Here's a pop-up. Right fielder Beard calling everyone off. Makes the catch. There are 2 down. Cooper Burgess will step to the plate now. Sixth batter in the half inning.
Now batting for the Rangers. Designated hitter number 32, Cooper Burgess.
Burgess, 3 plate appearances yesterday, struck out once. As he gets his bat to this one, fly ball to the outfield. Left fielder King comes over to make the catch, and that'll retire the side. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We played 1 from Ranger Field here at Smithson Valley High School. Our score, Rangers 1, Rattlers nothing. Back with more in a moment right here on the Rangers Network.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's experience here at our office is safe and productive. People have been afraid to go to the dentist just for a routine cleaning, but we've got you covered. It's time to come back and see your dentist. Summerhill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Christian Keller back out on the mound for his second inning of work. Good hitting by them in the bottom of the first inning by the Rangers. Put them on the board 1-0 as they lead Reagan. Rattlers will send to the plate this half inning the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the order. First baseman Brennan Greer, Ryan Beard, and catcher Gabe Herrera. The throw down and coming to the plate, first baseman Brennan Greer.
First up for the Rattlers, first baseman, number 28, Brennan Greer.
Right-handed batter. And the first pitch over for a strike by Christian Keller. Last night's game against Tybee, Greer a hit and a base on balls. Here's a grounder taken by the second baseman, just out of the reach of Taylor. And that'll put Greer on first. Hodges bobbled the ball in an attempt to get it out of his glove and over to Taylor in time to make the out. Throw just a little wide. And Greer will end up at first base. Now stepping to the plate, right fielder Ryan Beard. Beard responsible for a couple of runs last night, or scored twice. Keller throws back over to first. Walked twice in yesterday's game against Tybee. Stepping in, here's Keller's pitch. Throw back to first by the catcher, Gonzalez. And the runner back.
Number 11, Ryan Beard.
Count now 1-0 to the Reagan right fielder. Keller's pitch low. Taken for a ball, 2-0. Beard, just like Smithson Valley's Garrett Brooks, heading to UTSA for their collegiate careers. Here's the pitch. This one just a bit inside. Beard out in front of Keller. 3 balls and no strikes. Runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Keller's next offering this one. Over for a strike. Count now 3-1 to Beard, who squares around to show bunt. That pitch taken for a strike. Keller runs the count full. The set, here comes the payoff pitch. This one grounded in the hole between short and third for a base hit. And the Rattlers have runners on now here in the top of the second with nobody out. It's coming to the plate. Catcher Gabe Herrera. Tall young man, right-handed batter. Keller looks the runner back at second. It's Brennan Greer at second, Beard at first. Following back-to-back singles, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Bunt laid down. Keller fields it. That went over to Hodges, who was covering first.
This is number 10, Cole Tabor.
Runners advance now. Runners in third and second. 1 out. Shortstop Cole Tabor comes to the plate for Reagan. Keller delivers. This outside for a ball. Tabor, RBI in last night's game against Tybee. Struck out once. Keller the set, Keller the delivery. This one popped up. Giving chase and making the catch is John Garza, the Ranger third baseman. So that a huge out as there's 2 down here in the top of the second inning. And that brings the top of the batting order, Jake Burcham, back to the plate.
Jake Burcham.
Runners at second and third, 2 down as Burcham steps in. Keller's pitch over for a strike. Burcham reached on a base on balls back in the first. Here's the pitch from Keller. Ball tipped for a strike, so it's 0-2. Keller out ahead of the batter. Here's Keller, the set. Keller comes with it. This one high for a ball. So the count now 1-2 to Burcham. Keller's next delivery. This one swung on. Mishandled by the Rangers' third baseman. Burcham will be on first. Run scores. We've got runners on the corners now with 2 down, and we're tied at 1.
Number 7, Britton Moore.
But now you see Gonzalez trying to settle things down a bit. Checking signals with Christian Keller. Britton Moore now steps in. Moore, the center fielder. Grounded out to Keller last time up. Here's the pitch. This one high and away for a ball. Next offering outside for a ball. 2-0. Here's Keller set. His next pitch. This one fouled off for a strike, and it's 1-2. Or correction, 2-1 now. On the batter, Moore. Moore 2 hits in last night's game against Tybee. Scored 3 times in the 10-0 win. Keller's next pitch. This one outside, and it's 3-1. And the next pitch, this one inside for a ball, and the bases are loaded. The good news for the Rangers is they're still 2 down, as now coming to the plate is Staten Ankrum. Ankrum, a strikeout victim, back in the first. Beard at third, Burcham at second, Moore at first. This pitch inside to Ankrum for a ball, and it's 1-0. Next offering, this one inside as well. And the count is run to 2-0, and Gonzalez heading out to the mound to have a word with Christian Keller. Trying to settle things just a bit, saying, hey, all we need is one more out, and we're out of this inning. So 2-0 the count to Staten Ankrum. It's Keller's pitch. This one just misses, and it's 3-0. Keller's delivery outside. He walked him. And the Rattlers now on top by a score of 2-1. Now Mount Conference for Smithson Valley. Three walks thus far given up by Christian Keller in this afternoon's contest. 3 walks, 4 singles. And once again, the sack's full of Rattlers. As there's 2 out. Now coming in, Hogan Heller. Speaking of those 4 singles thus far, Heller responsible for the first one back in the first. Keller comes to the plate. That one a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the set by Keller and the delivery. This one is well across for a strike. And Keller now out in front of the hitter. 0-2. Next pitch. Heller swings and fouls this down the right field line. Count remains 0-2. Heller heading to Temple College for his collegiate career. Same as Smithson Valley's own Brandon Taylor. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a foul by Heller. Count remains 0-2. Bertram at third. Britton Moore at second. Staten Ankrum at first. And there's 2 away. Keller, the set, the pitch. This one over the pitcher's head is handled by the shortstop. And they got the runner off the bag. And the side is retired. So on the bottom of that, or the top of that inning, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. Our score now, Reagan 2, Smithson Valley 1. Rangers coming to bat in the bottom of the second in just a moment right here on the Ranger Network.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here at Smithson Valley, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when all this passes, and it will, you'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and get your guns up.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that. You really gonna say that as a player? How many footballs were on the field at one time? Carried it 2. Remain 1.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
A 2-run, 3-hit top of the second inning for Reagan. He's giving them the lead over Smithson Valley at this point, 2-1. But the Rangers right now will send the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the lineup to the plate for their first plate appearances of the day. As they come in to pitch.
28, catcher Ethan Gonzalez.
They'll face Aidan Coleman. Ethan Gonzalez, the catcher, leads things off. Pitch to Gonzalez. This one over for a strike. Gonzalez batting .353 on the season so far. Takes that pitch across for a strike, and it's 0-2. Ethan ready to play college baseball out on the plains at Texas Tech. This one away. Coach Tim Tadlock's crew. 1-2 the count on Ethan Gonzalez. Here's the next pitch. This one inside for a ball. The appeal says no, that was inside. So the count is run even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. This outside. Full count now for the Ranger catcher. Had an RBI in yesterday's big 15-3 win over Harlan. Swings and fouls this off. Down the left field line. The count remains 3-2. Here's the pitch. This one away. And Ethan Gonzalez is on with a walk.
Courtesy runner for the catcher.
And a courtesy runner.
Drew Fagala.
Drew Fagala now running a courtesy runner at first base for the catcher Ethan Gonzalez. First baseman Brandon Taylor stepping in. Right-handed batter. Squares around a bunt. Lays that down. Caught by the pitcher on to first base for a double play. So just that quick.
Number 12, Cameron Hodges.
Rattlers have 2 outs, and Cameron Hodges steps to the plate. Hodges home run in last night's game against Rouse. Lone Smithson Valley run. This one taken high and inside for a ball. Next pitch, this one outside, Hodges. Count 2-0. Hodges batting .286 thus far on the season. Here's the pitch. This one in there for a strike. Count now 3-1. Here's the pitch. This one over for a strike as well. Count full now on the Smithson Valley's second baseman. Pitch, Hodges grounds to the third baseman. On to Greer at first. And the side's retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the third. Our score, Reagan 2, Smithson Valley 1. Back with more in a moment on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Ferris Orthodontics, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Fisher's Market, Sage Capital Bank, HEB, Summerhill Dental, Dermatology San Antonio, and Wick Productions.
A runner at first to start the bottom of the second for Smithson Valley. Ended up for naught as the Rattlers turned to double play. We got Hodges, the second baseman, to ground out to the third baseman, Ankrum, to wrap up the bottom of the second inning. We head to the third now. Coming to the plate will be the pitcher, Aidan Coleman. Brennan Greer, the first baseman. And right fielder, Ryan Beard. They'll face the pitcher, Christian Keller, here in the top of the third. Problem with the bat is Coleman heads back to the dugout to change bats and comes back out. He'll be stepping in to lead off the top of the third inning.
Leading off for Reagan, number 24, Aidan Coleman.
Coleman grounded out to Keller back in the first, and he takes the first Keller pitch of the third inning for a strike. And there's another one delivered by the Smithson Valley right-hander. Keller out in front of Coleman, 0-2. Here's the next delivery. This one right in there, got him looking. Struck him out, second strikeout on the day for Christian Keller. That'll bring Brennan Greer to the plate. Greer singled, scored a run back in the second. It's Keller's pitch. Long fly ball to left. This one up off the wall, and looks like it'll be a stand-up double this time for Brennan Gears. He goes 2 for 2 on the afternoon with a single and a double.
Number 11, Ryan Beard.
Now coming to the plate, Ryan Beard, the right fielder. He also got a single back in the second inning. Keller the set. Keller back off the rubber to look the runner back to second. And here's his delivery. This one high for a ball. Gonzalez showed a throw down to second, but nothing happening there. The count 1-0 or 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes for Ryan Beard. This pitch low by Keller. And the umpire saying, no, that was in. So the count now 1-1 on the Reagan right fielder. Umpire now changing his mind and saying, no, that was a little low. It's 2-0 is the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the next pitch. This one low as well. That'll run the count to 3-0. Beard looks down, checks signals with his third base coach. Counter to the set and the pitch. Saying that one missed. Ball 4. And the Rattlers now have runners on first and second with one out. Catcher Gabe Herrera stepping in.
Number 13, Gabe Herrera.
Gabe grounded out to the pitcher in a bunt attempt. Back in the second. That pitch is strike by Keller. As he looks in. The set, steps back off the mound there to look the runner back into second base. So once again, we've got Greer at second and Beard at first. One down here in the top of the third inning. Keller's pitch. This one swung on and fouled off. And the count moves to 0-2. Once again, Keller with the set and the pitch. This one, fly ball. Well, center and left fielder giving chase. This will go off the wall. Be a stand-up double for Herrera as both runners coming around to score. Throw comes in, but not in time. And a Gabe Herrera double has increased the Rattler lead to 4-1 here in the top of the third inning.
Now batting number 10, Cole Tabor.
So Cole Tabor, the shortstop, steps in.
And courtesy runner for the catcher, number 16, Billy Bear.
16, Billy Baird, courtesy runner at second base for the catcher, Gabe Herrera. Tabor flew out on a foul ball. That one handled by John Garza. Back at the second. Swing and a miss by Tabor for a strike, and the count 0-1 to the Rattlers shortstop. This time swung on. This one flied to the outfield. Center fielder Wells hauls it in for the second out of the inning. So Tabor flies out to center. That'll bring Jake Burcham, the second baseman, back up to bat. Burcham has batted in all 3 innings thus far for Reagan. I believe they called a balk. And the runner will advance to third base. Conference going on right now. Coach Kale wants a little explanation as to why the call there. Little disagreement on the call, apparently. And Burcham will step in. 2 down here, 2 runs in for Reagan. as they lead 4-1. Here's Keller's offering. That one called a ball. And the Ranger faithful certainly letting the umpire know a little bit about it. Here's the swing. This one fouled away. It's time to count 1-1. Bertram reached on a base on balls back in the first inning. Singled in the second. Keller's next pitch. This one swung on. Past the third baseman. A run will score. Bertram 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. And our score now 5-1.
Number 7.
Britton Moore, the center fielder for Reagan, now steps in with a runner at first in Bertram. And 2 down. Keller the set and the pitch. This one low in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Moore grounded out to Keller back in the first. Reached on a base on balls back in the second inning. Two doubles and a single given up this half inning by Keller. That's led to 3 Reagan runs. One 1-0 count. Here's Keller's pitch. This one outside. The count 2-0. The next pitch. This one fly ball. Wells giving chase, and he'll haul it in, and that retires the side. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We've played 2.5 in our score now. Reagan 5, Smithson Valley 1. Back to the bottom of the third in a moment, right here on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Ferris Orthodontics, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Fisher's Market, Sage Capital Bank, HEB, Summerhill Dental, Dermatology San Antonio, and Wick Productions.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here at Smithson Valley, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when all this passes, and it will, you'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and get your guns up.
Down to the bottom of the third, action in the Smithson Valley bullpen as Jackson Elizondo is now getting warm for the Rangers.
Number 4, Casey.
May see him here at the top of the fourth. The top of the order now coming up for Smithson Valleys. We'll see Wells, Ruff, and Arguello here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Wells. This one fly ball to left field. That one taken in by Jacob King for 1 out. So 1 pitch, 1 out that time for Reagan. Is now stepping in Ryan Ruff, the shortstop. This pitch outside, Ruff.
Number 2, shortstop, Ryan Ruff.
Reached on the base on balls back in the bottom of the first inning. Was thrown out trying to score. Next pitch low to rough for a ball. It's 2-0. This one swung on and missed. And the count now 2-1 to rough. This one outside, as we mentioned a little earlier, Ruff coming into today's play with a 200 batting average. Steps in. Thought this was low, was about to go to first, but the umpire says, no, that was over. So the count now 3-2 to Ruff. Here's the pitch. This one outside now. He's on base. Second straight walk. And Tim Arguello steps in.
Next up for the Rangers.
Ranger right fielder.
Number 19.
Singled
Right
back in the first inning.
Tim Arguello.
Left-handed batter takes the Coleman offering inside for a ball. And the count now 1-0. Ruff at first. This one inside again for a ball. It's 2-0 to Arguello. This time the catcher Herrera out to the mound to have a word with Coleman. Here's his second baseman, Burcham. Trying to settle him down. One out here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the pitch. This one ripped into right field for a base hit. Ruff around second. He's into third. The Rangers, who set up shop here in the bottom of the third inning with runners on the corners and one out.
Next up, number 9, Garrett Brooks.
And that brings Garrett Brooks to the plate. Also action going on in the Reagan bullpen. As Brooks, the left-handed batter, steps in. Here's the pitch. Brooks just gets a piece of it to foul it off for a strike, and it's 0-1. Coleman set. Comes Coleman's delivery. This one outside. Count now evens at 1. Brooks singled back in the first inning. Next pitch to Brooks. Turns on it, fly ball to right field. Beard makes the catch. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. So once again, Ruff at third, Arguello at first. Now 2 outs.
Number 8, third baseman,
John Gonzalez now at the plate. Gonzalez flew out to right field back in the first inning. And Gonzalez takes the first pitch for a strike. Gonzalez a hustling catch back in the top of the second off the bat of Cole Tabor to record an out. Runner going. The throw down by Herrera. And they catch him. So the runner thrown out 2-6 once again. Coach Cale out to have a word with the officiating crew on that particular call. But they're saying he got caught stealing. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and one man left. We played 3 here at Smithson Valley. Our score is Reagan 5, the Smithson Valley Rangers 1. More to come here on the Ranger Network.
In the bench for Smithson Valley, number 6, Jackson Elizondo.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's experience here at our office is safe and productive. People have been afraid to go to the dentist just for a routine cleaning, but we've got you covered. It's time to come back and see your dentist. Summerhill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Yeah! Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126.
Back to Ranger Field here in Spring Branch, Texas, on the campus of Smithson Valley High School. New pitcher in the game for Smithson Valley. It's left-hander Jackson Elizondo takes to the mound. Elizondo will face the 3, 4, and 5 hitter here in the top of the 4th inning. And Staten Ankrum, Hogan Heller, and Aidan Coleman. So a couple of strikeouts, pair of strikeouts actually on the afternoon for Keller. And here to get the top of the 4th inning started, stepping in is third baseman Staten Ankrum.
Number 2, Staten Ankrum.
Ankrum struck out back in the first. Reached on a base on balls in the second. Elizondo's first pitch, low for a ball. Jackson set, pitch. This one swung on. High fly out to center field. Cason Wells over to make the catch, and there's one gone. So Wells with the first out, makes the first out of the inning against Reagan, or for Reagan, and the next batter in line, of course, designated hitter Hogan Heller. Pitch to Heller. Heller swings on this line shot to the shortstop, who gathers it in. On to Taylor for 2 down. Good defensive play that time by Ruff. He gobbled the ball up to get it over to Taylor. And there are 2 down. Now Aidan Coleman, still the pitcher of record, turns on this. It's a high pop-up. Second baseman Cameron Hodges with a catch. And that'll retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We come back to the bottom of the 4th inning, and our score, Reagan 5, Smithson Valley 1. Back with more Smithson Valley baseball here on the Ranger Network.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that. You really going to say that as a player? How many footballs were on the field at one time? Carried it 2, remaining 1.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's experience here at our office is safe and productive. People have been afraid to go to the dentist just for a routine cleaning, but we've got you covered. It's time to come back and see your dentist. Summerhill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Nice breezy afternoon here in Spring Branch, Texas. Winds blowing at about 10 miles per hour at this time as the crowd on to enjoy the rites of spring. Baseball time here in the valley. So John Gonzalez takes the first pitch, flies out to the center fielder. And there's one down. One pitch, one out that time for Smithson Valley. Is now stepping in is the designated hitter Cooper Burgess. The other side of Burgess, catcher Aidan Gonzalez will come up to bat. Burgess, the designated hitter, swings on this one. Fly out to right field. Time Ryan Beard over to make the catch, and there's two down. So a quick fly out to center, quick fly out to right field, and Aidan Gonzalez, the catcher, will step in. Gonzalez reached on a base on balls back in the second inning. Gonzalez grounds this one. Mishandled by the second baseman Burcham. And Gonzalez will be first base runner on of the half inning for Smithson Valley. I believe we're getting set for a courtesy runner. That is the case. Drew Fagala coming over to courtesy run at first base for the catcher, Gonzalez.
Runner in for the catcher, number 5, Drew Fagala.
Brandon Taylor comes.
Box, number 17, first baseman Brandon Taylor.
Steps in, right-handed batter. This is the first pitch to Taylor. This one low for a ball. Coleman checks the sign. The stop, the set. Taylor kind of a check swing bloop for a base hit. And the Rangers have runners on first and second after back-to-back singles with two outs.
Number 12, second baseman.
And Cameron Hodges. Now up to the plate. Hodges, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, responsible for the lone run in last night's game, a home run against Leander Rouse. Here's the pitch to Hodges. Swung on. Pop foul. Catcher giving chase, and he'll make the catch. Gabe Herrera to retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base for Smithson Valley in the bottom of the 4th inning. We head to the 5th. Our score, Reagan 5, Smithson Valley 1. Back with more Smithson Valley baseball here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like. are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Back to Spring Branch, Texas. Ranger Field here on the campus of Smithson Valley High School. A 2-run top of the second inning. 3-run top of the third for Reagan. Has the Rattlers where they are with a 5-1 lead on top of Smithson Valley, who scored in the bottom of the first. Rattlers will set the 6, 7, and 8 batter in the lineup to the plate this half inning to face Jackson Elizondo.
Aidan Coleman.
First up, Greer. He grounds out to the second baseman for the first out here in the top of the fifth inning. So the Greer grounder handled by Hodges. That brings to the plate Ryan Beard, the right fielder.
Number 11, Ryan Beard.
Beard, right-handed batter. Takes the Elizondo pitch. This one low for a ball. Today on the day, Beard singled back into second, drew a base on balls. Back in the third, scored twice for Reagan. Here's the next Elizondo pitch. That one inside. The count now 2-0. Elizondo's next pitch, that one in there for a strike. Two and one, the count to the Reagan right fielder. It's coming into the game. Elizondo has retired 4 in a row. This pitch low for a ball. The count 3-1 now on the Rattler right fielder. Elizondo looking in. The set and the pitch. This one ripped over the head of the second baseman. And Beard is on with a single. So that's the first hit given up by Elizondo on the afternoon. And catcher Gabe Herrera comes up to bat.
Number 13, Gabe Herrera.
Beard on at first. 1 out. As Herrera steps in. Herrera grounded out to the pitcher back in the second inning. 2 RBI double back in the third as this one's popped up. Hodges looks over and makes the catch for the second out of the half inning. That brings Cole Tabor back to the plate.
Number 10, Cole Tabor.
Tabor flew out to John Gonzalez. He tracked down a foul ball back in the second inning. Flew out to center in the third. And takes the first Elizondo pitch for a strike. The 0-1 to the Reagan shortstop. The pitch, Tabor turns on it. This one taken in by the left fielder Garrett Brooks to retire the side. So no runs on a hit, no errors, no 1 runner left on base. Played 4.5 and our score, Reagan 5, Smithson Valley 1. Back with more Smithson Valley baseball here in a moment, right here on the Ranger Network.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Ferris Orthodontics, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Fisher's Market, Sage Capital Bank, HEB, Summerhill Dental, Dermatology San Antonio, and Wick Productions.
Back to Rangers Field for the bottom of the fifth inning. Smithson Valley coming to bat with a 1, 2, and 3 batters in the order. Wells, Ruff, and Arguello will step up to the plate. Pitch to Wells. This one fouled off for a strike. Count is 0-1. Aidan Coleman so far has gone the distance. Here's his next pitch. This one high. Count evens at 1. Inside for a ball. Coleman has given up a run and 5 hits thus far on the afternoon. Ball inside to Wells. Next offering, that one across the plate for a strike. And Case and Wells looking at a full count. The next pitch, this one outside. Wells is on for the second time this afternoon. That'll bring shortstop Ryan Ruff to the plate.
Next up, number 2, Ryan Ruff.
Ruff has reached base both times, drawing bases on balls. Lead off of first by Wells. Here's the pitch, swung on, foul back for a strike. 0-1 to the Rangers shortstop. Smithson Valley's lone run came in the bottom of the first inning. 2-run second, 3-run third for the Reagan Rattlers. Has us where we are to this point. 5-1 Reagan. Throw over to first. Wells is back. Here's the next pitch. Swung on. I think Ruff got a piece of that. All that off for a strike. The count is 0-2. Wells makes his way back to first. Next pitch, this one low and outside for a ball. 1-2 to Coleman. Or correction, 1-2 from Coleman to the batter Ruff. Once again, Wells with a nice lead off first. Coleman recognized that, threw to first to keep the runner Wells honest. Coleman's pitch. This one fouled off once again. Once again, out Whalen if we get that far. Brooks here at the bottom of the fifth. And here's Coleman's pitch. This one outside. Count evens at 2. Coleman throws over to Greer. Once again, Wells with another lead. Here's the pitch. This one fouled off down the right field line. And the count remains 2-2. Here's the set by Coleman and the pitch. Swung on. And Ruff strikes out.
Next batter is number 19, right fielder Tim Arguello.
So one gone here in the bottom of the fifth inning for right fielder Tim Arguello. Arguello 2 for 2 on the afternoon with a pair of singles. Conversation there by Coach and the home plate umpire. As Arguello steps in. Once again, lead off at first by Wells. Here's the throw over. Wells is back. Here's the pitch. This one grabs the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to the right fielder, Arguello. 278 coming into play today, the batting average for Tim Arguello. Throw back over to first. Wells is back. Arguello will go play collegiate baseball. The Shockers of Wichita State. Pitch, this one fouled off. 0-2 the count now to the Ranger right fielder. Coleman checks the runner at first, throws over. Wells back once again. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Reagan on top 5-1. Coleman. This one swung on by Arguello. Fouled off third base side. And the count remains 0-2 to the Rangers right fielder. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Count 1-2 to Arguello, standing in. Nice lead off for first by Wells. Coleman comes with the pitch. Nice curve. They say that one just missed, though. 2-2. Count even for the Ranger right fielder. The pitch, Arguello turns on it. This is a fly ball out to right field. At that time, the second baseman Bertram called everybody off and made the catch. So 2 down now in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring Garrett Brooks to the plate. Brooks, the left-handed batter, stepping in. Once again, we still have Wells at first. Now with 2 out. Throw over to first, and Wells is back. Brooks looks at this pitch, goes outside for a ball. So we mentioned that the pitcher, Aidan Coleman, has given up 5 hits thus far on the afternoon. Only 1 strikeout. That actually came this half inning against Ruff. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Garrett Brooks, the left fielder. Throw back over to first. This time they got him. First back over to the second baseman Bertram to put the tag on, and that'll retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played 5 in Spring Branch. Our score, Reagan 5, Smithson Valley 1. Back with more Smithson Valley baseball here on the Ranger Network.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's
We're back. Spring Branch, Texas. Smithson Valley High School is where we are. 5-1, the Reagan Rattlers was the lead over the Rangers. 2 runs in the second, 3 in the third. Second pitcher of the day for the Rangers, that being Jackson Elizondo. Back out for his 3rd half inning of work. So far in the afternoon, Elizondo's only given up 1 hit and retired 6 of the 7 batters he's thus far faced. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Elizondo will face second baseman Jake Burcham, center fielder Britton Moore, and third baseman Staten Ankrum for the Reagan Rattlers. Burcham steps in right now to get the top of the 6th inning started.
Leading off for Reagan.
Burcham 2 for 2 this afternoon with a pair of singles. Drew a base on balls back in the top of the 1st inning. Bertram stands in to take the Elizondo pitch. This one swung on, fouled off third base side for a strike. It's 0-1 to the Reagan second baseman. Next offering swung on, this time fouled off first base side. It's 0-2. Taylor, Hodges, Ruff, and Garza first to third across the infield. Arguello, Wells, and Brooks from right to left in the outfield. Ethan Gonzalez behind the plate. As Elizondo sets his next offering. This one fouled away again. Count remains 0-2. Jackson Elizondo came on in relief of Christian Keller back in the 4th inning. He begins his 3rd half inning of work. The set by Elizondo. The pitch. That one high for a ball. And the count now 1-2. Elizondo's next pitch outside to even the count, even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the set by Jackson. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, fouled off. Right fielder gives chase, but this well out of play. And the count remains at 2-2. No action currently in the Smithson Valley bullpen. Pitcher warming up in the Reagan bullpen, which is right down the right field side of the field here. This one swung on, grounder. Third baseman Gonzalez handles over to Taylor, and there's one down. So Bertram hits into a 5-3, and that'll bring up center fielder Britton Moore. Moore steps in. He grounded out to the pitcher back in the 1st. Reached base on a base on balls. Flew out to the center fielder back in the 3rd inning. Elizondo's pitch low for a ball. One and 0 the count to Moore. Elizondo's next pitch. This one fouled off third base side. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Elizondo looks in. Pitch this time low. 2-1 now to the Rattlers center fielder. Here's the pitch, swung on. Count now 2-2 to Britton Moore. Pitch inside, full count now to the batter. Right now, how about that? It's Coach Muchagamba for Reagan Rattlers. Certainly a very familiar name around Smithson Valley parts. Is his dad, Joe, the former defensive coordinator of the football team. Pitch to Moore, got him looking for a strikeout. And there's some disagreement. There's Coach Muchagamba right there. Spent some time playing for Smithson Valley back in the day. His dad was defensive coordinator here, and of course, former assistant athletic coordinator of the Comal ISD. There's 2 outs now. as Elizondo picks up his first strikeout of the ball game. He caught Britton Moore looking, and Staten Ankrum steps in. This pitch over for a strike. Elizondo just misses low with that one. A little low and outside for a ball. Count evens at 1. Jackson's next pitch, a check swing. Kind of an excuse me swing. Garza handles it. Over to first, just not in time. Great effort, though, that time by the Ranger third baseman. Got to tip your cap for some of the defensive plays that you've seen that young man make today. He is a hustler there on the hot corner. So Ankrum on with a single that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Hogan Heller.
Designated hitter number 25, Hogan Heller.
Heller 1 for 3 on the day with a single back in the first inning as Elizondo throws over to first to make sure Ankrum isn't going anywhere. Elizondo brings the pitch. That time Gonzalez over to first base, just missed the tag on the runner, Ankrum. The count 1-0 to Heller. Here's Elizondo. His pitch fouled off by Heller, third base side. Count evens at 1. We mentioned a good crowd out here at Ranger Field. The Ranger faithful in attendance. Is the pitch. This one lined over the pitcher and out into center field for a base hit. Elizondo had to duck to get out of the way of that one. And Heller on with his second single of the day. And that brings to the plate Aidan Coleman. Coleman has gone all the way pitching, as we mentioned this afternoon, in his plate appearances. He's grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning, struck out looking in the third.
Number 24, Aidan Coleman.
And he flied to the second baseman back in the fourth. So Coleman's plate appearance is 0 for 3 thus far in the afternoon. Elizondo looks in, backs off momentarily. Here's the set and the pitch. That one over for a strike. Elizondo, nice movement on the ball. Here's his next offering. This one just high for a ball. The count even at 1. Pitch inside for a ball. Count 2-1. Now to the Rattler pitcher. Ankrum at second. Heller at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning for Reagan. That's that one over for a strike. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the pitcher, Coleman. Now he's on to the set. This time swung on, fly ball, center field. This one taken in by Wells to retire the side. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We come back for the bottom of the 6th inning here to Spring Branch with our score, Reagan 5, Smithson Valley 1. More Smithson Valley baseball on the way here on the Ranger Network.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's experience here at our office is safe and productive. People have been afraid to go to the dentist just for a routine cleaning, but we've got you covered. It's time to come back and see your dentist. Summerhill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
I am seeing what everybody else is not, and here we go.
That is so dramatic.
I'm a big believer that you cannot reduce sports to numbers. I want to pay money to watch Brady and LeBron.
The internet's going to pay attention to this. You know it.
Never go cheap on transportation, toilet paper, or quarterbacks.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
And look at there, there's the future of Smithson Valley baseball right there. Future Rangers coming out to watch those that will come before them, before they spend their time here at Ranger Field. Always great to see the young folks coming on out to the ball game. New pitcher in the game for Reagan. It's left-hander Jagger Edwards. He'll take over after 5 innings with work.
Left fielder Garrett Brooks.
For Aidan Coleman. And Edwards will face the 4, 5, and 6 hole batters for Smithson Valley. Stepping in right now, Garrett Brooks. His at-bat was interrupted as Wells got picked off second base. Bottom of the last the bottom of the last inning. Edwards misses low and outside with the ball. 1-0 to Brooks. Here's the next pitch. This one low and away as well for a ball. Brooks snaps in. Rips one right off the first baseman. It'll be a base hit for Garrett Brooks. So that'll get something started for the Rangers here as we've got a courtesy runner coming out.
And a run for Brooks, number 5.
Once again, Drew Pagala in. Will be running at first base. Courtesy running for left fielder Brooks. And that'll bring to the plate John Gonzalez, the third baseman. Gonzalez 0 for 2 thus far on the afternoon. Flew out to left, flew out to center. Pitch. This one just grabbing the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1 to the big Ranger third baseman. Next pitch high for a ball. John Gonzalez, we learned, be playing his college football in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He'll be attending Richland College. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss by Garza. And the count is 1-2. Edwards looks over to first. Now comes with the pitch. Just misses for a ball. 2-2 the count to Garza. Again, Brooks the runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth, and Reagan on top 5-1. Here's Edwards' next pitch. This one swung on, fouled off. The count will remain at 2-2. Edwards' next offering high. Full count now on the Ranger third baseman. We mentioned several stellar plays with the glove in the field this afternoon thus far. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. This one inside. I think it hit him. And that is the case. Garza will head to first base. Matter of fact, that's a first hit batter, I think, on either side today for Smithson Valley or for Reagan. And trying to have a word with the pitcher Edwards.
Next up for the Rangers, designated hitter.
And now Cooper Burgess will step in, designated hitter for Smithson Valley. Home for 2 thus far in the day. Flew out to left, flew out to right. As the young lefty will step in. Edwards is set. Here's the pitch. This one low for a ball. Well, with 2 runners on, no time like the present to take advantage of it for the Rangers. This one swung on, popped up. Second baseman Bertram handles it, and there's 1 down. Burgess flies out to second. That brings catcher Ethan Gonzalez to the plate.
Catcher number 28, Ethan Gonzalez.
Here's the pitch. That one grabs a corner for a strike. Gonzalez 1 for 1 this afternoon. Got a single back in the 4th inning. Drew a base on balls back in the 2nd. Here's Edwards' pitch. Swung on and missed by Gonzalez. The count is 0-2. Edwards' next pitch, inside for a ball. 1-2, as we mentioned. Brooks at second. Garza at first. Oh, correction. Pagla, the courtesy runner at second. Garza at first. This one a wild pitch. Fagler will move on to third. Garza moves to second. And here's the next pitch. This one down in the dirt. To run the count to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Ethan Gonzalez. Next pitch to Gonzalez, swung on and missed. It's Edwards' first strikeout of the day, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And first baseman Brandon Taylor steps in.
17, Brandon Taylor.
Taylor a single on a kind of excuse me swing back in the 4th inning. Got him on base. That one grabbing the outside corner for a strike. On Taylor, young man as we mentioned, taking his talents to Temple College for his collegiate career. This pitch over for a strike. Count 0-2 to Taylor. Taylor steps in. Here's Edwards' next pitch. This one high for a ball. One and 2 runners in scoring position right now for the Rangers. However, 2 down. The pitch, Taylor swung on. This one fouled off. And the count remains 1-2. Here's Edwards is set. Here's the pitch. Time called prior to the pitch, so the count will remain at 1-2. This pitch outside. 2-2 the count to the Ranger first baseman. 2's across the board right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Edwards' pitch, swung on, fouled off. Taylor staying alive there, fouling that one off. Back in the box, Jaggers Edwards, the set. The pitch, outside for a ball. Full count now to Brandon Taylor. Fagler at third. Gotts at second. 2 outs. Big pitch coming. Edwards' delivery outside, and Taylor is on with a walk. Table is set right now for Cameron Hodges. He did it last night against Rouse.
Second and second baseman, Cameron Hodges.
No time like the present to check and see if Cameron's got one more in him. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Missed. Strike 1 to Hodges. Hodges grounded out to third. Had a foul caught by the catcher back in the fourth inning. Count 0-1. Here's a pitch high for a ball. The count evens at 1. Bagel at third. Goddess at second. Taylor at first with 2 down. Pitch, Hodges swings and misses for a strike. And the count now 1-2. Here's Edwards' pitch. This one low for a ball. Count evens at 2. Here's the next pitch. This one swung on, fouled off. As Hodges stays alive. Nothing like hearing the chatter of a baseball crowd. Get you in the mood for spring. We've certainly enjoyed that aspect of the ball game out here this evening as well. Here's Edwards' next pitch. This one swung on. Fouled off first base side. And Hodges stays alive. Edwards is set. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Ball taken in by the shortstop. Goes to second for the force. And now to retire the side. So no runs on a hit. No errors and 2 runners left. Correction, 3 runners left, and that'll do it. As our limit is hit here this afternoon, Reagan is going to win this one by a final of 5-1. And we thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for baseball. I'd like to remind you, Smithson Valley Baseball will continue all season long right here on the Ranger Network. You don't want to miss a minute of it. Check back with us for broadcasts. Till next time, I'm Roland J. Reese. Have a great afternoon, and so long, everybody.